Hey, good morning. We got one more day of arithmetic sequences here. Starting to wrap things up for this section and getting ready for the test on Tuesday or Wednesday. We're still trying to kind of figure out where we're at. So anyway, I'm hoping that formula yesterday, you're starting to kind of try to memorize that, because we're going to take it one step deeper today and we're going to mess around with it a little bit using our algebra skills. The answer sheets, the Google form, again, might be up at around noon today. I'm falling a little bit behind here on trying to keep up with how you guys can put these answers in here. So do the homework and then look this afternoon for the Google form to put it in. I'll try to have it up by around noon like yesterday. All right, so do the warm-up and let's see how you do on these. These are all things now that we should be able to do. It's all multiple choice, so it shouldn't take us very long here. All right, so pause your video and then come on back when you're done. All right, well, welcome back. On the first one here, I got B. When they're asking about ranges, when they're asking about ranges, yeah, I'm looking at these guys here. And so if I put them in order, I have a -1, 0, 1. So I still like B. All right, I'll make this a little bigger for me. There we go. What's the domain of this graph? Domains means x's, and so as I go across, I again like to go from my least to my greatest. So my x value for that is a -1. Then I have a 0. Then I have a 1. And then I have a 3. So I'm like an A on that one. Domain means my x's. So no matter where I go on this graph, because there's arrows, it goes forever. So it will be all real numbers. Okay. That's how fast these guys should go. Range means my y's, and so as I look across my y-axis, I don't hit, but I hit right here at -1, 2, 3, so my lowest number is a -3. I don't go forever, I go up to a 2, and so if I put a y in the middle, and they have a solid line, so I'm looking for a -3, y is greater than -3, but less than 2, which is D. All right, I don't know why this thing keeps popping up here. It's annoying. Looking for all the different ways we can show graphs. T-table, mapping, graphing. So what we're looking for is all things that are functions. And so all I'm doing is looking for my x's here. I don't care about my y's. And if all my x's are different, then that's a function. When I'm looking for mapping, I'm looking at my x's, and if I ever have two lines coming off, that is not a function. Give me my coordinates. I have a -4, I have a -1, a 0, and a 5. I didn't hear my number repeated at all, so that is a function. This one doesn't pass the vertical line test. This one will. So this is a function. And here's another mapping diagram. I have one line off of each. So that's a function. Okay. Sorry about taking up a whole page for that, but this is kind of getting us ready for the test this coming week. Now, here's what we want to do today. We, interestingly enough, have a problem here where they said that what the number is, it's 256, and we want to find what term is that number. Now, we can use this same formula that we've been using yesterday to help us out. Just the only thing is we're not on the a sub n. We want the n part. We want to know what number that is. And so when we did our math yesterday, we came up with this number after we did our math. So we're going to plug the 256 in. We need to know what our a sub 1 is. So that was 10. And now we're going to put plus n minus 1, because we don't know what number it is. We just know when we're all done with the math, it was 256. So we're going to find that number. Now we also need this D part yet, so it looks like we're going up by 6s, I believe. I think so. So if we're going up by 6s, that is my difference. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do that distributive property. 6 times n is 6 n's. 6 minus 1 times minus 1 is minus 6. So now my equation says this. Let's get the n by itself. I want to put this and this guy together, which ends up being a 4 plus 6n. I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. Now I get 252, I believe, equals 6 n's. And now, last step, if I divide by 6, 252 divided by 6, I'm getting n equals 42. So this is the 42nd term. Okay, so we're still using that formula, but now we're just using it in a different way. I want to come down here and do my work down here. Same thing, I want to do negative 108 equals, my first number in the sequence is a 0. Here it looks like my difference is, what are we going, negative 4? We went from 0 down to 4, yeah. Looks like it's a negative 4. So I want to put plus n minus 1. And I want to put in my difference, negative 4. And start solving it. That's going to be a minus 4 n's. That's going to be a plus 4. Equals negative 108 minus 4. That's going to be a negative 108 plus a negative, or minus 4 would be a negative 112. Last step, let's divide by a negative 4. I'm getting positive 28. So it's going to be the 28th term. Okay, using the same formula. Now sometimes it's kind of hard to see what we're going up or down by. So again, if you use that rule that I said yesterday, you take the second number and subtract the first. So it'd be a negative 0.2 in my calculator minus a negative 3. So do that and see what you come up with. I'm getting a difference of 2.8. All right, so now let's go down here and do it. They said it's 97.8 was our final answer. We want to know what term it is. So I want to say equals. We know our first number was a negative 3 plus n minus 1. And my difference was a 2.8. 2.8 n's minus 2.8 minus 3. Go ahead and continue solving this one. But these guys are like terms, so let's put them together. I'm getting 103.6, I believe. Last step. I'm getting 37. All right. Here's a couple for you to try. Pause your video and then come back. Be patient because I don't have the answers on the next one. Again, still running a little bit behind, but do them, pause it, and then come back and then I'll walk you through it here. And you can fast forward the video if you got the same answers as me. Okay? Okay, here I go. I got 23 equals, my first number is 2 plus n minus 1. And my difference here, what am I going up by here? I got a difference of, looks like 1.5. Put these like terms together. And that gets me a 0.5. I'm getting 15. It's the 15th turn. Okay, next one, just real quick, bear with me. I hope you are doing these right. See my difference here, looks like I'm going down by 3. I hope you made sure you put a plus 3 there. Okay. Put these two guys together. 59, that'd be 62. I'll subtract 62. What are we getting there? Negative 81. And last step. So you can see calculator is very, very helpful today. I got a negative 27. All right, lots of math. All right, here's our real life example here. This girl, Lauren, opened a bank account with $500. She's depositing $45.20 every week into her bank, assuming she continues to deposit $445.20 every week. Write an equation for the arithmetic sequence. Hint, find A1. What's going to be our first number? Well, that's $500 because that's where she's starting. What's my difference going to be? Well, that's going to be the 45.20. So if we wrote it in an arithmetic sequence, I want to say A sub n, because I don't know what number. 500 plus n minus 1 times 45.20. There's that one. Now, how much money will she have at the bank after 15? So we're going to say A sub 15 equals 500 plus n minus 1, well, that'd be the 15 minus 1. We're back to yesterday's work. 14 times 45.20. Now I have to go turn my light on because my light went off and I can't see my numbers in my calculator, so hang in there. All right, so I got 42.20 times 14. I'm getting, oh, you know what? It's not 42.20, it's 45.20. I just noticed that. 45.20. Let me do that again. Times 14. I'm getting $632.80. So I want to add 500 to that. A sub 15 would be $1,132.80. In week 18, or week 15, she will have $1,132.80 in her account. Now they're going to ask us a different question. They want to know when she's going to have $2,000 in it. So that's kind of like the math problems we did today. We want to know how many weeks or what term would be $2,000. So we're going to say 2,000. We know our first number was 500 plus n. That's what we want to find. Whoops, minus 1. Minus 1. And we know we're putting in 45.20 every week. So we're going to do the distributive property. I got 500 over here. I need to put my 500 with my minus 425. I'm getting 450, 480. You want to subtract this. -2,000 -454.8. I'm getting 1545.20. Oops. Last step. I'm getting 34.18 with lots of decimals. Now we have to use common sense. It's over 34, so in 34, no, is that right? You know what? Yeah, I think so. So in 34 weeks, she won't have enough. We have to go over. So in 35 weeks, she'll have $2,000. All right. All right, with that, you have a practice sheet today, so I'm hoping everything goes well for you on that, okay? All right, have a good day.